So let's start our discussion with different things that I wanted to discuss. Multiple things discuss karunga aaj main. So let's say, I hope I've shared the screen. Right. So let's say if I want to print or print में मैं लिख देता हूँ welcome user. Okay. And what we can do is we can say name. Let's take the name from the user. Here we'll use input. We have not discussed input before. What input does is takes the input from the user, just like the prompt in Java. Okay. So let's say, what is your name? Okay. Right. So let's put a space because one number को साथ लिखना है. Or in order to display it out, we use the print command again, and we'll say it's great to meet you. अच्छा, इसके बाद comma, I will use the name. Why the name? Because that's my variable. So whatever we've done over here is हम जिससे पहले क्या welcome user, we have printed a statement. We've taken a variable, and the variable is taking the input from the user. So this input from the user is stored in this variable. Then what we're doing is we're printing it. We are printing a string and comma with the variable. So the following string will be printed with the variable name. Let's see how it works. So let me just track this. I hope I could hide it. Yeah, because our output will come here. So let's say if I run this, it says why syntax. Oh, sorry. Why is this here? If I run this, it says again. So I say what is wrong over here? Almost supposed to be here. Wow, kaise chala gaya? So what I'll say is over here is and input your name. I'll say over here Saem, and it says it's great to meet you, Saem. Just a very basic example that how do we use input and how do we integrate an input with a variable. Okay, I hope it's clear. मैं साथ जो कोड है मैं कॉपी करके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में here we go. Yes, this is our group. Seems to be with it. Right, Muriba, you there, beta? Can I hope you'll make it up. I'm recording this lecture as well. और पिछले वाले भी please आप उनको I'll share the code of the previous lectures as well. उनको भी revise करना साथ. ठीक है. Now there's other thing that I want to discuss with you is multiple चीजें discuss कर लेते हैं. Same way we'll do it tomorrow. So let's say I want to print in multiple lines. How can we do it over here? क्योंकि ये सारी चीजें आगे जाके important रहेंगी हमारे. So let's say hello, and now basically slash, okay, /n is used over here. So if I run this now, you see hello there is coming next line. So if you want to come to the next line in Python and you want this to happen within a string, this is how we do it. Okay, /n. Please remember that. इसी तरह there is other formatting जो हमें पता होनी चाहिए. For example, just give me a second. Let me say I have some result. Okay. And I can say over here is results /n, and I can use you नहीं चलेगा, you कर लेते हैं /n or person1. person1 के बाद मैं चाहता हूँ ये आए, and I can type over here. Now T is basically used for a tab. Okay, so I want a tab. After a tab, I want 32 to be printed. फिर उसके बाद /tab33 print हो. Here what I want is /n go to the next line. Okay, person2 should be printed, or और फिर slash, it is very interesting, tab 48 printo for example, and slash tab 33 printo. Okay, let me see if I've done it right. Fine, पता चल जाएगा अभी. Oh, sorry, why do you think this is not working? Obviously, I was supposed to print it as well. I didn't print it. So let's say I want to print is the results. As long as we don't print it, how do we get the output? Exactly, excellent. See, so this is the way I have displayed. So obviously at the same time, we have to learn how to display the output. So results, मैंने किया results, okay, slash and go to the next line and just print this line. उसके बाद slash and go to the next line and print person1. और person1 के बाद slash t का मतलब होता है एक tab. Put a one tab space and print 32. Okay, so since these are built-in statements, they won't tamper with the actual characters that you're typing. Then slash t for another tab and print 33. Then slash n because I want person2 to come down one step down, one line down. Then slash t to print 48 and then slash t to print 33. So this is one very good important thing, how to do the basic formatting जो मैं discuss करनी थी, right? इसको भी मैं पेश कर देता हूँ. आप इसको study करना है और आपने मुझसे दोबारा पूछना है if there is any issue with any of this coding. अच्छा, इसी के साथ let me discuss more things with you. Let's say हमने उस दिन discuss किया था to find the square root. So let's say if I have this x is equals to let's use eval. Eval is basically used to convert any particular value into a number. Okay, जिस तरह हमने जावा में आपको याद है किया होगा multiply by 1 किया था, we can use eval over here. Java में we can use is parseInt and over here we can use eval. So eval ना भी उसको तो ठीक है, मगर I would prefer कि whenever you're dealing with numbers you use eval so that there is no issue, no error, because every value will be treated as an integer. So let's say eval के बाद मैं लेता हूँ input और input में मैं कहता हूँ कि and I still don't like typing. Enter x, okay. Let's just put a space, right? And then we can say is y is equals to eval and input. I will say is enter y. Put a space. Now, obviously, you just have to print it, not a big deal. So we just print over here is x multiply by y. I told you the other day in the class, maybe that's how we calculate the square root. So we have this. So let's see what happens. So I simply run this. It says enter x, let me enter 2, enter y, let me enter 2, and it gives me 4. So that's how we can take two values, store them in our variable, and at the same time we are making sure they're converted into an integer, and we're simply printing them out. Not a very big deal. Okay. Next, what I can discuss with you is, there are lots of things I can discuss with you is, anyway, for example, I can have over here is x is equals to eval input, and we can input over here is enter number 1. Y, and we can simply say is enter number 2, and we can simply say is print. Let's say we can say is distance between them is x minus y. Right. So let's see. So if I run this, I can enter number 1, 12, I can number 2 is 11. So distance between them is 11. So again, just a simple example where we can take the input from the user and how to use those particular variables. अभी तक question बेटा मुरीबा?
Clear, sir.
It's clear. So it seems to be very easy. अच्छा, साथ ही मैं जरा डिस्कस कर लूँ आपके साथ और चीजें. फॉर एग्जांपल, let's say if I have over here is so right. So I can do is use an if statement. If and double equals to, let's say, I can use over here is Python. Then we can say is print this program was written in Python. Right. So if I run this, it says enter the programming language, and if I, so in that particular case, it gives me this. Okay. And if I run this and if I write over here is Java, it doesn't give me any output. Obviously, I can use an else, and we'll do that afterwards. Okay. मतलब हम यहाँ कह सकते हैं, we can even use is else print. What am I doing? Else print some other language is used. So let's see if I run this now, and if I enter over here is Java, it says some other language is being used. So we take an input from the user, and we can just use if that variable is double equal to. Remember, double equal to, single equal to is an assignment operator, and double equal to is a comparison operator. So whatever I enter over here will be compared with this. So answer, whatever I type in will be compared with Python. So if it's equal to give me this, if it's not equal to give me this. Okay. Remember the difference between double equal to and single equal to. It's very important to know the difference. Always remember the distance. Okay. Right. In the same way, let's थोड़े बहुत और मैं discuss कर लूं. Let's say no, let me discuss this is a better example. Let me discuss with you is okay, basic पे थोड़ा रहते हैं. Let me not go really advanced. Let's say I have this temperature, and let me create an example is let me take an input from the user. Let me say is, let's say, enter the temperature. And we can say is that if the temperature, make sure the variable names that you use are the same. I mean, above, if I've used temperature with small, down that it can't be in capital. Obviously, we will be careful about. If the temperature is less than equal to 0, okay, in that particular case, I'll put this colon. I will say is print. I just want you to practice the input and the if statements today. Okay, so we can print is warning, and we can say is warning low temperature. Okay, otherwise हम कह सकते हैं, let's say we can use even L if it's the same thing. Else if you can say if it's 0, if the temperature is less than space. at the same time हम कह सकते हैं it is then 35 36 कह सकते हैं. Okay, right. Then we can simply print is temperature is okay, or else we can say is print warning high temperature. Right, so this is what we've done over here. We have used a variable. We've taken the input from the user and entered it in temperature. We're comparing that if the temperature is less than 0, then this, okay, print low temperature. Else if, so we whenever we have to use multiple else if, we can say if this happens, else if this, else if, और जो last होता है वहाँ हम सब else use करते हैं. So else if the temperature is greater than 0 and it's less than 36. So it's a range that I've given, and this is the way we can give a range. Then print it's okay. Otherwise, else if none of them is true, none of them is there, it will print warning high temperature. So let's see if there is no error, it should work. Okay, hold on. Input, enter the temperature. Oh yeah, why did I put that? So enter the temperature. Let's intro here is 56. So it says temperature is okay. And if we enter over here, is temperature is, let's say 14. It says temperature is okay. Hold on. Less than 0. 56 minutes okay. Okay, let me temperature is less than equals. Let me enter here is -7. Low temperature, काम कर रहा है. Let me enter over here is 78. High temperature का सही काम कर रहा है. ठीक है, it's working fine. So that's the way it should be working, using input and all that. ठीक है. Right. Let me see if I can discuss. ये तो खैर एग्जाम्पल हमारी सही हो गई हैं. Obviously मल्टीपल एग्जाम्पल बहुत सारी बन सकती हैं इसकी. Let me just stick to this example, और मैं आपको एक और एग्जांपल देता हूँ, क्योंकि फिर वो कल हम इसको और इसका एडवांस डिस्कस करेंगे bit more. So let me just give you another example of the same kind. Let's say I can say days is equals to, let me convert into value, and let's input over here is, okay, the same sort of pseudo code आपको आएंगे आपके P2 में. So if you know how to type all this, you will learn pseudo code. This is actually pseudo code as well. So enter the number of days, for example, मैं क्या देता हूँ, and I can use if same example, sort of like if days, let me say, is equals to 28, or जिस तरह Feb जा रहा है, or days is equals to 29. Okay, leap year. We can say is print is Feb. If else if we can say days, if days is equals to 30, तो वो तो उसको खुद इंडेंट कर देता है. प्रिंट 30 में कौन कौन से मंथ्स होते हैं? वेल मेरे ख्याल से हमारे पास होते हैं अप्रैल, We have April, June, January. We have June. Okay. September होता है हमारे पास. October, September. We have November. ठीक है. Right. So else if days is 31. Okay. तो फिर क्या होगा? Print. और बाकी बच्चे हमारे पास रह गए. जनवरी होता है. We have March, we have July, we have August में 31 होते हैं. हमारे पास अक्टूबर में 31 होते हैं और दिसंबर में 31 होते हैं. राइट. एग्जैक्टली ऐसे एग्जांपल्स आपको सीआई में आ सकती हैं, इसलिए आई एम डिस्कसिंग दीज रैंडम थिंग्स विद यू. एल्स वी कैन से इज प्रिंट not a month. Right. So let's see. So if I run this and if I enter here number of days, let's say 28. Let's see. What? Hold on. Name day is not defined. Oh, sorry. Yes, not defined. मैं use short कर रहा हूँ. Days. Run. So 28. It's fab, right? Run 31, right? Obviously, इसको हम बहुत proper भी करेंगे आगे जाके के and with different example and 31. So 31. I would always advise you to check all of them for testing के लिए. And let's say if I enter 32, it says not a month. So again, a typical example of using your input and if conditions. ठीक है. That was another example. Right. So अभी के लिए आज के लिए ठीक है इतना, because आपने इसको प्रैक्टिस भी करना है. Okay, बेसिक है इसमें. आई अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि आई एम प्रीटी श्योर देयर इज नो इशू एट ऑल. कल इंशाल्लाह हम इसी का एक्सटेंसिव करेंगे. ओके, वी विल गो इनटू द इंटरमीडिएट लेवल. इंशाल्लाह कल स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे और हम फर्दर कल काफी और डिस्कस करेंगे. प्लीज बी प्रेजेंट बोथ ऑफ यू इन द क्लास. डोंट मिस इट आउट. एक भी बच्चा आएगा, मैंने क्लास लेते रहेंगे. मरीबा, फातिमा बेटा, एनी प्रॉब्लम?
No, sir.
ओके, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. राइट. ओके बेटा, सो आई एम एंडिंग. आप इसको प्रैक्टिस करो, फिर हम कल भी ऑनलाइन ही हमारा है, तो हम कल इंशाल्लाह ऑनलाइन मिलते हैं. ठीक है? ओके, ओके बेटा.